We're surfacing from the pandemic. People are looking for guidance. They're looking for hope. They're looking for the good people to show them how to get to where they need to get to. And what I'm noticing is some people are waiting, and actually now is the time to really step up our speaking game. And of course, use our voice for good. We started way back in 2011 in a stinky, smelly pub in Kentish Town. Anyone been to a stinky, smelly pub in their life?
Yeah, indeed. Many.
Many, right? Well, that's where we started, and that's the top. We actually started in the basement, and there were two light bulbs hanging down and a very smelly couch. That was the beginning of Speaker Express. I'm happy to say that since then we have graduated to much more and better established places that we speak at. Obviously, now everything's virtual, but we do speak in nice menus when we're allowed out. We work with a range of companies, of accelerators, of corporates, but the heart of everything we do are small business owners and entrepreneurs, because we believe that that's where the change is going to happen. It's through the small businesses as well as entrepreneurs. This is the team. Some of them are on the call today. You got Rashma, who's here. You got Andrew, who's here. So they're the standout coaches. The co-founder is Anik. She's now an Australian, step back from the business. And then you've got the team. So you got me, obviously you got my wife. She's in charge of data analysis. Then you got Claire's in charge of content, and Alison, who's also okay, but she's not my wife. So if you get an email from Alison, please don't ask her how our kids are. She doesn't like that very much. Just FYI. What I'd love to hear from you very quickly is, what is your biggest challenge when it comes to speaking right now? Like, what is it you want to hone? So you're here to learn about a structure that sells. So even the work you're doing, Romina, this structure is very, very potent and important for you, because it's still about enrolling people into what it is you need and want to do. Getting gigs, we've got good. NHS transformation manager. Oh, brilliant. Nice one, Helen. Conversion. Got it.
Really strongly advise somebody, especially new in sales, that the activity, while it's important,
Who is not muting?
performance-based job. And so
we make sure we're muted, people, because I'm hearing someone. Hey, Adrian, really nice to see you. Anyway, you're here. Lovely to see you there. Getting off my ass. Anyone relate to getting off their ass as a bit of a challenge right now? I love that. Okay. So very quick history about me, keeping to the point and not going off in a tangent. Putting myself out there. Love it. We need to get you out there. There we are. Everyone's coming a bit late. Everyone's clearly in the pub having a Guinness. There we go. So a little bit about me. So I've been doing this for over a decade. I have worked with well over 1,000 entrepreneurs in my time, showing them how to use speaking as a growth strategy, how to use it as a positioning piece, how to speak, influence, sell, and enroll people to buy from you. Before that, I've run a coaching business. I knew myself. I've been known as the coach with the hat. And I've also then run a strategy business that work with trainers, consultants, speakers, entrepreneurs to get their business to 1 million. Past 1 million, I didn't work with them, and that's my space. And really, I'm about how you use speaking to enroll people to fall in love with your business. That's what I want to do. So I am head giraffe as well. Some of you will notice the hashtag Be More Giraffe. And that's because we work with you to stand out from the rest. We work with you so you can stick your neck out, be seen, be heard, and always be using your voice for good in the right way. Hence the hashtag Be More Giraffe. That's what we do. I've written 4 books. 2 of them are bestsellers. I also work with the Princess Trust, which I love doing, working with young entrepreneurs on their sales. I have a podcast called Voice for Good, which this season is about confidence. Next season is about how I came back as well. And here it is. You ready? I'm an accredited virtual speaker, which means I spent $85 to be told I can speak online. That is a very big achievement in my life, by the way, people, just for the record. But for those of you who seriously want to speak out in Canada and America, they look for that. They won't book you without it now. So we work with a range of business owners, from tech entrepreneurs, authors, influencers. Last year, we worked with Philly. You can see in the top right, she actually got onto MasterChef Professionals, and we helped her really with how she positioned herself, how she articulated herself. And she came fourth Now, I'd like to think that she came forth thanks to my training, but it's nothing to do with that. It's everything to do with her ability to cook. However, what can I say? Can you share where you got that fancy accreditation? Yes, espeakers.com, Ramina. So if you just put espeakers.com and then accreditation, then you can do it. But they will look for certain things, FYI. They'll look for the camera, they'll look for your internet speed, they'll want to check your microphone, your lighting. They want to see, like, are you young and youthful like me? They check all kinds of things as well. So just so you know. But yeah, espeakers.com. So that's who we work with. Oh, are you? Oh, yes, I know why you're there. I just want to, before I go into the structure, which is what I'm going to talk you through now. So Shamini worked with us, and Shamini is very established in her space, but she didn't quite know how to lead people to want to buy. She was a bit like shotgunny. And so the structure I'm going to show you helped to really fine tune and enroll people to want to work with her. And this is the turn of the year after she learned this structure, the results she got, right? And then this is another example. So this is a guy called Ed Chamberlain. He runs 3 companies, and he came to me because he's really struggling to articulate and have a fluid flow to his pitch. And when he worked with me, this is what he sent me afterwards. But also they used it for a fundraising campaign, and they wanted to raise 200,000. They almost raised 500,000. So the strength of having a structure, the reason I show you this is so you understand that everybody at some point needs to learn a structure, but also the effects it can have. So even if you're a campaigner as well and things like that, this really helps you because it gives you the freedom to truly express yourself. I want to make sure that you understand the structure isn't a script. We're not about scripting, but we are about structuring your presentation, right? So this is the structure I'm going to talk through briefly before I hand it over to Rebecca. And there's 7 key steps to it. There's your opening, your problem, your earn the right, your solution, the right story to choose, the right content to use, and then there's the call to action. So look, I know it says raising investment. Don't worry about that. This is really about enrolling people to buy from you. So the first part is opening. And the way you want to open in a way that you can use questions, statements, stats, facts, a short story. And the whole idea behind that is to really enroll people to think, right? You want them to think, that you want them to listen. If you open with, hi, my name's Elliot K. I've got over 8,000 hours of delivering talks, blah, 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 blah. People will be like, oh my God, this guy's just going to talk about himself the whole time. You want to jolt them. You want to get them thinking. You want to cognitively get them to think about things. Hence, you can use a mixture of question, statement, stats, facts, or a short story. The idea is to really get their attention. A great example of that is Levi Roots when he walked onto Dragon's Den. If you haven't seen it, check it out. He walked in singing his song about his reggae sauce, and it just warmed the dragons up to like him. So that's a great example, but I'm not saying you need to sing. That's not what I'm saying here, right? But it massively helps to have something that gets people thinking and get their thoughts, right? So the intention behind that is thought-provoking, reassuring, and captivating. The next part is very quickly you need to address the 3 problems that the people listening, forget investors, the word should say that your market is thinking about, that your market is worried about. And then around that, you need to circulate 3 smaller problems, right? And that way, you really enroll people and you show very quickly that you get them. And that's what you want from this section. So it's about communicating a first grasp that you get them. It's about reassuring the person that's going to spend money with you. When I say investor here, it's about the person spending money with you. And also it's about entering their world. So that's something to think about as well. The next part is your earn the right. This is really fascinating because you do this in Canada or in America. People don't have an issue talking about their credibility, but British people, for some reason, have a real challenge with this. Now, I just want to reiterate that this is about credibility, not showing off. Now, if anybody's going to invest their money in you, which is what this structure is designed to do, enroll people to buy from you, right? There needs to be a level of credibility for them to trust you. So they need to know, like, and trust you. And the 5 pieces of information, that's what makes you credible. You know, you saw at the beginning, I've got 8,000 hours of delivering talks, right? I've written 4 books, 2 of them are bestsellers. I work with Princess Trust, da 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 da. Right? That is to build the know, like, and trust factor. Prove why anyone should listen to you. Step 4 is, what is your unique solution? What is your unique path that you're going to take people on that's going to solve the problem? So ours, I'll show you in a minute, but that's where you explain and demonstrate your path to return on investment. Because remember, this isn't about a keynote, right? This is about people enrolling to buy into you. So that's hence the word investor, because they're investing their time and or their money, right? So ours looks like this. This is our path. This is how we work with people. This is how we help people with their marketing. Yeah, so we look at the confidence. We work on how you communicate your brand message. We work with you on your signature talk. We help you get booked. We help you sell better, right? And we should help you use speaking to build your profile. So that's our path. That's our solution, right? I want you to understand why this is important, and why now is the time to really address your speaking and take it up a level. 70% of people that use speaking have accredited the growth of their business to that. 20% said they would do anything not to present. I'm interested in the 10% that don't even make it onto this survey. What did they say? I mean, did they say that, I don't know, they'd rather be dead? Well, I don't know about you. I'd rather have a really bad talk and be able to recover than be dead. Dead's pretty permanent. There's no coming back for it. You don't get a second chance. So I just wanted to, I've always wondered that. And also the other thing, if you're not out there right now, then someone else is, and they're standing in your space and they probably don't care as much as you. Step 5 is having a relevant story that's appropriate to the audience and the market you're speaking to. So that's really, really an important part, because people remember 22% more information when it's told through story. It's unique to you. It's what will get your brand, your service, or your product to stand out, right? So there are different stories you can choose, but what's important is you choose the right one. And that is about engaging the person that might invest their time and money with you, their brain, in a different way. And of course, it's about emphasizing the problem and the solution, and you're the go-to person. Then there's your content. Now, there's 2 types of contents. There's either the content that educates them more about your solution, or educates someone about the pain of not having your solution. Again, it depends on your audience, the market, and who you're speaking to as well. And then step number 7 is your call to action. So what is the next natural step that that person that's going to invest their time and money, hence me referring to an investor, right, to take with you? Is it to book in a call? Is it to come onto a course with you? Is it to have a conversation with you, and everything like that? Yeah. So I want you just to take that. So that's the full structure, right? So step 1, we have the opening. Step 2, we have the problem. Step 3, we have earn the right. Step 4, we have the solution. Step 5, we have the stories. Step 6, we have the content. And step 7, we have the call to action.